Gradeup channel and welcome to this session on XAT verbal vocab usage. This session is primarily going to target vocab in XAT papers because that's a huge boogie for a lot of us. Alright, so in today's session, I am going to focus on what should we do about this verbal section and especially the vocab section, because if you look at the time available for XAT, that's on the lower side, about 20 days. And if I tell you at this moment that listen, go and buy 3-4 books on vocab and just prepare, right? Very clearly that would mean it's a very bad piece of advice, primarily because you just can't do that. Correct? Go and buy 3-4 books, read them in about 3 weeks time and do well in this paper. So what I'm doing is, in today's session, I would try to change the perception that vocab is mandatory sine qua non kind of thing for XAT as an exam. You can very clearly get cutoffs, get overall cutoff for XLRI and XIMB, etc. without really worrying too much or worrying disproportionately about vocab. I don't mean to say, however, remember that you don't need to work on it, but you can work around it rather than ramming through it and mugging up a lot of words, doing 4,000 words in 20 days, which a lot of students are thinking about doing or have been trying to do. Okay. Yes, hello, Suchetan. Yes, I think I have kept it already. Harish, good evening. So let me see who else is present. So if you are watching this video on YouTube after the session has been conducted, my request or suggestion would be that before you solve every question, pause, solve, and then look at the answer so that you can gauge yourself also vis-a-vis your friends. And of course, the idea behind the session is not to solve questions only. The idea is to give you that one extra point or a couple of extra points regarding what else can you do to make sure that your XAT attempt goes really well. Though I would focus on the vocab part today. Okay. All right. Yes. I would suggest desperation will drag down your performance. Okay. The more relaxed you are, the better you would perform in the actual exam. So you need to have firm determination, but you should never be desperate to crack an exam. The exam becomes more difficult when you do that. Okay. I hope you understand. That's very important. So we would want to get through, but it doesn't mean that we would, no matter what, we would do it kind of attitude, and then we tend to get influenced by our own performance and what others are doing, and then it drags down our performance. Okay, I hope you get that. All right, yes. So let's move on, everyone. So before I move on, I'll quickly tell you a few very important points. Harish, yes, okay. Harish tried memorizing 50 words today, which I think, Harish, very clearly you understand something you should always avoid doing, right? Learning by rote is not going to really help you here. Okay, my name is Krishnendu Dutta. I have been in this field for almost a decade and a half, guiding students, thousands of them, through the process. And my aim always is to make things simpler. And that's exactly what I would try to do today also in the session. All right, so Gradeup would help you do that. We have the entire packages going on for XAT paper and also for 2021 CAT, XAT and other exams, right? So of course, share, like and subscribe and make sure you spread the word. So very clearly, I think a lot of you have been told about this, that listen, XAT vocab CAT se to tough hi aata hai. In fact, some people may have told you that listen, XAT vocab is very weird. We have no idea what do they ask. Half the questions are beyond us, and nahi hoga boss, humse nahi ho sakta. I can't do it. Right? I'm pretty sure you have been told this. XAT vocab is very different, very difficult, वगैरह वगैरह वगैरह. Okay, so I would try to take up that myth today and let's see how it goes. Yeah. So I would start by giving you a couple of important things. Okay. Yes, definitely. Yes, you are on the right track if you say that. Definitely, right? So let's start with the good news. I went through the papers of XAT papers of last 10 years. I have written XAT probably 7 or 8 times, and I can tell you from experience that the number of vocab questions are on decline in this paper. Direct vocab questions. If you look at papers before 2015, there used to be a lot more direct questions. So the number of direct questions have come down. In the last 3 years, definitely. That's the good news. But if there is a good news, there has to be a bad news also. So what's the bad news? The bad news is that indirect questions are asked in good numbers. So now you would be like, एक गुड न्यूज एक बैड न्यूज, पॉइंट क्या है, कहना क्या चाहते हो, राइट? व्हाट्स योर पॉइंट? द पॉइंट इज वेरी सिंपल एवरीवन. Please remember, indirect vocab means it would be asked in the RC section, and that is very infamous for asking poems also in the RC section. So if your vocab is weak, very clearly you would suffer. There's no doubt about it. But that being an exam which gives you choices, if you are smart enough, you can eliminate choices. So indirect questions तो आएंगे, but हम elimination कर सकते हैं. Let me tell you, this is a paper where 50% marks typically means you would get auxiliary calls. Correct? 50% marks, or sometimes even less than that, which clearly means every single score counts. Correct? Harish, that's correct. So please remember, first of all, do not take unnecessary risk. Don't think, लगा देता हूँ, कुछ तो होगा. Let me take a guess here, gamble here, and let me go with the JMD technique, Jai Mata Di options में tick लगाओ sort of. I hope you understand it's going to backfire. Do not take unnecessary risk, number one. It's a good idea to say I do not know. It's a good idea to not attempt questions. Second, eliminate options. If you have attended my previous sessions, if you have seen them, you may have seen that I very strongly believe that if exams give you options, they give you similar options but not same, which means if you are sharp enough, you should be able to look at the differences between choices and eliminate. Correct? Very clearly, Sonam, hello, welcome to the session, right? So eliminate as much as you can. And lastly, calculated risk is okay. Blind risk is not. So I don't want you to be a Spider-Man or Superman. I want you to be a person who takes calculated risk because I want you to be an MBA graduate, not someone who is out to save this humankind, right? तो अपने बारे में थोड़ा सा perception का ध्यान रखना. You are not there to save the humanity. You are there to get one seat. So take risk, but calculate it. What do I mean by that? Sai, Harish is saying, Iron Man, no, please, you don't have that suit, okay? So don't take that risk also. All right. So, Divya Garg is asking, is there a repetition of questions? No, Divya, no, it doesn't happen. Archit, critical reasoning, Archit, I think the best sources would be GMAT sources. All right, if you want to explore on your own, not join any program. Okay. Utkarsh, hi Utkarsh. If you have any questions, guys, on if you're watching me on YouTube, please post the question in the chat. I would try to incorporate them as we go on, right? So let's move on. And Surya, no problem. It doesn't really matter. Aptitude exams are similar in nature, right? So XAT do, SNAP do, fundamental things are similar, but this year SNAP is a shorter exam. To that extent, it would be different, right? But broadly, the same things will be there, of course, right? So don't take unnecessary risk, eliminate choices, and calculated risk is okay. Now, very clearly you know what I'm going to do next. I would give you a question and I would see your response. Of course, vocab based questions hai, no googling. Be true to yourself and try and tell me what would you choose. 45 seconds everyone, 45 seconds. Quickly, what would you choose? Yes, yeah, of course, yes. Janvi, we are in the pipeline, in the process of launching a program there also, Janvi. So if you would like to join us, you're most welcome. We would give you a comprehensive course there as well. Okay. Sonam, I think you should just download the app and follow me and the other faculty members. When they have the sessions, you would get notifications and you would be able to do the classes, right? 60 days is enough for the exam you're targeting, Sonam, okay? Just follow, just be with us and that should be enough, okay? And meanwhile, try the question. So Yash says Bombay, Surya says Delhi, Harish says Bombay, let me check, Dive says Bombay, Ankur says VARC Le Duba Cat में. Ankur, practice RCs as much as you can for that, okay? जितना हो सके. It would save your day for sure, guaranteed. Okay. Ibrahim Bombay, Ankur A, Dive Bombay. Okay, I think I've got good answers. Suchetan E, Sonam Bombay. Sonam, yeah, I understood because you are on the app itself. All right, guys, no problem. देखते हैं क्या आंसर हो सकता है, right? Now pay extra attention. Eliminate choices by interpreting the question well. यही मंत्र है question solve करने का. Even if you have limited understanding of the language, you can still manage it. Look at it. Forget the dashes here. Just forget यहाँ पे क्या चाहिए. Okay? Just forget. यहाँ क्या चाहिए? I don't care. It says the importance of X. Now, I hope you understand that I can read the paragraph like this also. I can say, okay, forget what comes here. The importance of X, this is X, dash higher education is widely acknowledged. Now, can I say acknowledged is a very simple word? Horizontal stratification nahi bhi pata, forget it. You at least know what is widely acknowledged, right? So can I say, now pay attention, it says the importance of X is widely known. And then look at the next part. Dash attention has been applied to X. Dash compulsory schooling. Now, look at the first choices. Suppose I start with while. While से अगर शुरू करता हूँ, if I start with while, it's very likely that I would talk about a contrasting thing in the next line. Yes or no? While I have given you money all your life, I cannot continue giving you money when you grow older. Correct? While, contrast. While, contrast. While you are a good cricketer, you should still study hard so that in case you don't make a career in cricket, you can make a career in academics. While. So if I choose a while here, I will have to make this paragraph, this sentence, a contrasting sentence. Correct? Let's try. Let's try doing that. While the importance of horizontal stratification, let's call it X. Forget इसमें क्या लिखा है, it doesn't matter. While the importance of X within higher education is widely acknowledged. Within अगर acknowledge हो रहा है, तो contrast sentence would be it is not acknowledged somewhere else, or something is not happening somewhere else, something negative. Far less attention has been applied to X within compulsory schooling. Now look at the contrast, everyone. While importance of X in higher education is acknowledged, far less attention has been applied to X within compulsory schooling. Makes perfect sense, no? Comparison. In higher education, they acknowledge it. In the schooling part, they don't acknowledge it. Makes sense? Now, look at other choices. Fewer. Fewer is used with countable, you know that. I have fewer cars than you have. Correct? Too less. To is used for extreme. I am simply comparing. And second thing is, the first word here is whereas. Whereas can also be used for comparison, but I have to also see which word is going to fit in the second and third choices, correct? So let's assume that my answer is first. Let's read. Whereas the importance of horizontal, let's call it X. Whereas the importance of X with. Now, is the word with going to fit there? With will not fit. Without will not fit. On will not fit. About you might think. You might think. But look at the fourth choice. While, suppose my answer is E. Whereas the importance of X about higher education is widely acknowledged, far less attention has been applied to X of compulsory education. Of will not fit. The moment I look at the choices, I can very easily eliminate. With will not fit here. About will not fit here. On will not fit here. Off will not fit here. Without will not fit in C. So A is out, C is out, D is out, E is out. What's my answer? My answer is Bombay. So do you understand the point here? The point is, it does not matter whether you know the correct answer or not. What matters is, do you know the wrong answers or not? What will not fit? Does it make sense, everyone? Why the answer is Bombay? Yes or no? Tell me. Let me know in the comment. Correct? So Satyam and some more, for example, let me check. Suchetan and others. There are too many names, so I'm not reading all of them. I hope you got the point here. Fairly easy question. This is 2000, I think 19. If I'm not wrong about the year. सारा तो याद नहीं रहता. This is 2019. Correct? A XAT question. भरोसा हो रहा है? कर सकते नहीं कर सकते? You can do or can't do? What do you think, guys? Tell me. हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता? One more mark. One more mark can mean auxiliary or can mean some other college. Absolutely, Harish. Definitely, 100%. All right, let's not waste time. Let's try this. अरे बाप रे, headache. Such a huge question. कैसे करेंगे? कैसे क्या करेंगे? Eliminate choices. Correct. I'll discuss another way of doing it here. Just give it a quick read, everyone. Quickly, फटाफट से. Okay? Please try. जल्दी से. That's the attitude, Sonam. That's what we require, right? See, the question is not who would allow us to get into these B schools. The question is who would stop us. That's the question we have to ask ourselves. कौन रोकेगा? Right? Just try. Shubham, I just read your comment on the YouTube section. Old papers are very good source, honestly speaking. Don't have to really worry too much, but do download the app if you like and follow us, and we should be able to give you a lot of guidance there also. Okay, there are a lot of free classes and guidance available, so that should be sufficient. Okay. All right, so Janvi says C, Dive says C, Payal thinks it's Bombay, Yash think it's Calcutta. Okay, it's 30 seconds question, guys, 30 seconds. Okay, let me quickly help you. If you're watching it on YouTube, later pause and solve and then try. Okay, look at the first two lines. Who could resist the idea of remembering everything they wanted to without trying? Learning would be made easy. If you could remember without trying hard, तो क्या होगा? Exam would be easy, right? Learning would be made easy. Exams would be what? Easy. So let's see. It would be easy, but would it be joy? Not necessarily. Routine? Too bad a choice. Breeze? Yes. Breeze means smooth sailing. आराम से हो रहा है. Correct. So C or E can be my choices. All right. Next. So, It's a little surprise that scientists have turned their attention to ways of dash human memory. Now look at C and E. Stimulate, sorry, my mistake. Enhance and explore. I think you have the answer, yes or no? Explore human memory using techniques that dash, or if you want to make remembering things easy, would you explore techniques to remember things, or would you enhance, would you make it stronger? Explore थोड़ी करेंगे, strong बनाएंगे ना if we want to remember things. You agree? So which word would fit? Can I say very clearly, here I can take risk. Enhance definitely can fit here. Third word is same. Fourth word is also almost same. Prosthetic, here they have written prosthesis. Prosthesis is basically an artificial limb, right? It is not part of your body. वो आपका artificial हाथ पैर होते हैं लोगों के, that's called prosthesis, right? Aid भी fit हो सकता है. Prosthesis can also fit. So the differentiating word is enhance and explore. Explore is definitely out. Enhance is definitely in. Now you can cross check your answer. Answer must be C. We can do it in 45 seconds. Right? Obviously, I'm not discussing all the options because I could eliminate them so easily. Right? So can I say that very clearly we got this question right, even if we did not know much about prosthesis. Prosthesis are basically artificial limb. Correct? Kajal, understood? And the other words are pure bakwas. I mean, they have given words like awaken. Awaken is something when it's sleeping, to usko jagate hai na. We are talking about making it or giving it a kick, making it stronger, right? Which is stimulate, or making it become vigorous on the spot, refresh. Correct? So very clearly a good big question, but very easily we can solve and get the right answer. Correct? Get that? Okay. Try again. Now, because remember, XAT has been a very quirky exam. They come up with such weird questions sometimes. I just thought to show you that if you get such questions, don't be surprised. This is a 2014-15 types question. Look at the question, guys. It says, choose the best pronunciation of the word. And I think it's so easy. I mean, क्या है इसके अंदर? Sobriquet. Sobriquet. So I think the answer is either C, sobriquet, or E, sobriquet. हाँ, थोड़ा confuse हो गया. What do you think, people? Or is it sobriquet? No, sobriquet is out. I think the answer is between C or E. What do you think? No? क्या लगता है? फटाफट उसे बता दो. Sai Harish says E. Okay. But Surya says C. Alright. Dive says A. Vishal, I don't know Vishal ka answer. Vishal, did you answer D for this question? Okay. Rishabh E. देखो वो थोड़ा सोच के questions पूछते हैं. See, we can apply common sense. If they have asked us the spelling of this word, it's very unlikely that it would be pronounced in the way it's written. So we can be a little smart here. We would be like, listen, फंसा रहे हो. ये quet वाले तो नहीं हो सकते answer because it looks like the ending. The correct way of pronouncing this word is sobriquet. Sobriquet. Or some people say sobriquet also, but sobriquet. So what's the correct answer, guys? Common sense. If you had to pronounce it the way it's written, they won't ask. No, it would be too simple. So correct answer is A. They have asked such questions also. And remember, they have asked multiple words. No, मैंने तो एक question उठाया है. They have asked multiple words. इसका बताओ, इसका बताओ, इसका बताओ. So these guys can go to any length. Okay. But my suggestion is, on internet, you can easily Google things like words with difficult pronunciation, right? Prepare on your own. There would be some French words, typically French words, which have very hard pronunciation. Just revise them once. You have plenty of time. You can do it on your own. If they happen to ask such questions, you should be ready. You get that, everyone? Okay. For example, try pronouncing these words on your own, of course, and then match with the way I am pronouncing them. The first word is penchant, chassis, so, epitome, charlatan, memoir, chic, extempore, hyperbole, debris. So you might be in for a shock in some of these words for sure. Yes? किनको ऐसे बोलते हैं? Never thought about it. So XAT is saying that, listen, please work on your pronunciation of words, not on your accent. We all carry natural accent, right? But on how to pronounce certain famous French words. These are French. I think, yeah, almost all of them are French in origin. I haven't checked the origin of so, but others are French. So, no, yes, no, it's not American versus British. It's French. So let's stick to that. Okay, let's not get into another dimension altogether, right? So I'm pretty sure इसमें थोड़ा झटका लगा होगा कुछ लोगों को. It is possible, but these guys want you to be good. Okay. So let's try one more question. Jaldi se. Okay. And then I'll tell you one more thing to do for this exam. Please tell me the answer in 30 seconds flat. I'm sure Suchetan, Harish, I agree. झटका लग जाता है, right? Yes. So if you're watching me on YouTube, I expect your answers in the chat. All right. And if you're watching it later, stop and answer first. जल्दी से बताओ क्या होगा आंसर. This one is, I think, 17 or 16 type. So I just picked up questions randomly to show that XAT has been asking very interesting questions over the years. And options elimination से हो जाता है broadly. ज़्यादा टेंशन नहीं लेना है. You can do it. So yes, guys, quickly. Okay, Surya thinks it's C or D. Yash thinks it's A. Vishu thinks it's C. Rashi, did you answer this question, Rashi, or the previous one? फटाफट से बता दो. Monica A. Yes, Surya. These are confusing words, of course. Anchal A. Okay. Okay. Dive C. Rashi A. Okay. All right. I think enough answers I have received. Sneha C. ठीक है. No problem. चलो मैं help करता हूँ. Okay. Now, imminent. See, listen, everyone. These two words are very, very, I think, well known, right? Eminent and imminent. Imminent disaster. Eminent person. सबको पता है. Broadly. Eminent is famous. Imminent is अभी होने वाला है. About to happen. Correct? So can I say he is the most में? The first word I need is eminent. So my answers could be A, C or D, but not B. Out. B is definitely out. Okay. A, C, D can be my answers. Second says the belief in dash justice. Now, imminent justice doesn't make sense. Imminent justice is about to happen justice. Doesn't make sense. We can take a guess here that, listen, imminent justice is not making sense. So probably A is out, but imminent can make sense even if you do not know what it means. Forget for a while कि आता नहीं है word. अब मुझे नहीं पता, मान लिया, भूल गया थोड़ी देर के लिए. No problem. Again try. This hall would have been full but for the dash rain. यहाँ तो दिमाग लगा सकते हैं. Imminent rain means my answer can be between these two. And now try. Many in the audience have achieved dash in their respective fields. यहाँ तो you can guess. They're talking about being famous. Eminence. Correct? So the last word has to be eminence. First word has to be eminent. Even if I do not know this word, I can still try and figure out the correct answer, that it is going to be C. Yes or no? Tell me quickly. Imminent basically means natural or inherent, जो आपके अंदर पहले से छुपा हुआ है. But I don't need to know that word. Yes or no? I can easily eliminate, guys. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you got the right answer. I think I saw like at least 60% of the batch on the app and on the YouTube. I think quite a few of you got it right, but if you got it wrong, for example, Rashi, I think you got it wrong. And if you got it wrong, Rashi, I hope you understood what went wrong in this question. आपने शायद ध्यान से देखा नहीं होगा. Correct? Does it make sense, everyone? Yes or no? Right? Yes, no. All I'm saying, remember, is that if you do not know, you have two choices. Think little smartly. Imminent justice doesn't have much meaning, no? Or you leave the question. Correct? But if you do not want to take any risk, leave the question. But my suggestion is think a little wisely here, and you should be able to get the right answer. It is doable. Obviously, I can be very conservative and I would be like, okay, मैं risk नहीं लूँगा. That's always there. But this is called calculated risk. थोड़ा ले सकते हैं. Yes. Correct. Doable. All right. Let's try. Try this, everyone. 45 seconds. Quick answer, please. Not very hard. जल्दी से बता दो. And no Googling, of course. Let me see. Yes, those of you who are on YouTube, I expect quick answers. फटाफट solve करो. Yash says Delhi. Okay. और देखते हैं. Rashi, Vishal, Sneh, Dive, Anirudh. What are your answers? Please post quickly. And यहाँ पे Rishabh says Delhi. Okay. Suchetan says Delhi. All right, I'll wait for 5 more seconds. आराम से कर लो. Mohit Poddar says Delhi. Mohit, good response. Surya, Payal, Delhi. क्या बात है. Now let me tell you one thing here. Ankur Arora says C. But Aditi, Delhi. Okay. क्या बात है. Now I'm getting responses. When the session is getting over, I'm getting responses. I think you guys joined late, right? Sneh, Priyanshi. See, I love to be in these sessions, and we tend to start the sessions bang on time. So if you want to really benefit, be on time in the session. बहुत मजा आएगा. Okay. Utkarsh, yeah. Dive, yes. Delhi. Kajal, Delhi. No problem, Kajal. That's all right. Easy peasy question है ये. देखो, सीधी बात. Forget about cacophony and cacographic tongue twister. Calamity is a well-known word. Catastrophe is a well-known word. Calamity and catastrophe, or calamitous and catastrophic, the adjective forms, are well-known. Both are about disaster. And we have to find similar words. Means third and fourth should be in the same category. Third and fourth. Look for third and fourth. Third and fourth. Third and fourth. Third and fourth. My answer must be between D or E. That's it. Now think about it, this guys. Contraindicative. Can contraindicative mean something related to disaster? What do you think? मतलब थोड़ा रिस्क ले सकते ले सकते. Contraindicative versus disaster. कोई लिंक नहीं बन रहा. Contraindicative basically means it is something that shows that a path you are taking is not going to be right. It's used in medical sciences more. Doctor thinks that should I do this? Should I give this medicine? And if he thinks no, it will be contraindicative, means if he feels that okay, this path would lead to a wrong thing, then he doesn't do that. But forget that. मुझे नहीं आता meaning, no problem. डिजास्टर से लिंक लग रहा है क्या? सो कैन आई टेक अ रिस्क हियर? कैन आई टेक अ रिस्क हियर? कैन आई से मेरे आंसर में ये फिफ्थ को निकाल दो प्लीज, मेरे आंसर में फिफ्थ नहीं चाहिए. नाउ आई डोंट केयर मुझे सिक्स का मीनिंग पता है कि नहीं पता है. कैटाक्लिज्मिक ऑल्सो मीन्स it's something that happens at a gigantic scale. Cataclysmic event, disastrous events, big monumental events, right? Events at large huge scales. But मुझे नहीं आता मीनिंग, नो प्रॉब्लम. मुझे इन दोनों के मीनिंग आते हैं and I can figure out somehow, take a guess somehow with the fifth one. So I would eliminate any option with fifth, and I want third and fourth in the same choice. I want third and fourth, I don't want fifth. What's my answer? My answer is E. That's it. Can't you do this in actual exam? What do you think, guys? Sumit, this takes 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And XAT तो इतना time दे रहा है तुम्हें. You can't complain about lack of time. Come on. I write this paper every year. I can tell you. XAT time देता है sufficient. You can't complain, guys. No, you can't. So Ankur, that's the whole idea. I hope you understand क्यों आपके आंसर सही नहीं हुए, because you did not think like this, did you? Probably vocab का क्वेश्चन देख के आप घबरा गए होगे कि अरे यार ये क्या cacophonic. Cacophony is like harsh sound. Phone is sound. Caco means harsh. Cacophonous singers like Himesh Reshammiya is the brand ambassador of cacophonic singing. I hope he's not watching this video, right? Why would he watch? Cacographic, bad handwriting. Cacographic is like, I am a good example of cacographic handwriting, right? मतलब लिखता हूँ तो समझ ही नहीं आता क्या लिख रहा हूँ. So something like that. But I have to read these words? I don't care. मुझे नहीं पढ़ना. I can still figure out the correct answer. And I'm telling you this from experience, people. Okay? XAT is a beautiful exam. आराम से हो सकता है. Questions को आप ध्यान से देखो. Use options to eliminate at least vocab, which is the target area today. आप कर सकते हो. बाद की बात बाद में देखेंगे. But you can do the vocab part very easily, broadly. Does that make sense? Yes or no? And I'm using questions from XAT only. So you cannot complain that ये तो ऐसे easy questions हैं. Correct? It's pure aptitude. That's correct. Okay, now Suchetan is a little offended. He says you cannot call Himesh Reshammiya cacophonous. I'm so sorry about it, Suchetan, for hurting your feelings. I take my words back. I think Himesh Reshammiya is mellifluous. He is melodious. He is an epitome of singing. Does that make you happy, Suchetan? Please tell me. Okay, guys. So I think I'll take you further. IITN lover, what kind of a name is that? But so Sneh, what is the correct answer? Fifth answer में नहीं चाहिए ना? तो मेरा आंसर क्या होगा? My answer would be D, no? So I do not want fifth in my answer. Understood now? Yeah. Sumit, XAT would test aptitude. And it gives you sufficient time. So don't worry too much about speed. Worry about accuracy first. Getting questions right. Okay, that should be your area. Now guys, I am almost there to about to finish this session. If you guys have more questions, you can download the app. Follow me there. You can follow other faculty members. We have other things lined up, but I would take you there in the coming classes. For example, some questions from figures of speech that XAT asks, but of course, for that you have to wait for more sessions. And you can, if you're targeting XAT this year, you can enroll for the current crash courses also. You can join us for CAT. We have like the best of the crack team possible for CAT, right? I would love to interact with you there also. We have batches running there. And make sure that if you're targeting XAT this year, then get this thing in your head first, that XAT is a doable exam. It's not CAT. Forget whatever happened in CAT. Okay. And the exam is about aptitude. Eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Take risk, but not wild risk. Calculated one. And you would be able to do that. All right. If you want more help, you can comment in the on the YouTube channel's comment box, and I would try to come up with those sessions, right? Thank you so much for joining me. I would see you again, everyone. Thanks a lot. Sumit, don't worry about leaving questions in XAT because the marks deducted is very tiny. Okay, that's just there to scare you. Don't worry. Okay, Kajal, thank you so much. Oh yes, Harish, I would take you through figures of speech also. Don't worry about that. किसी सेशन में करेंगे वो भी. All right, I'll see you then. Like, comment, and share, and let us know what else we can do for you. All right. Thanks so much, everyone.